Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to my recap of the season 2 premiere of Insecure. Issa is fantasizing that she's out on a date with Lawrence and all is forgiven. This is all in Issa's head. In real life, she's on dates with several different guys. None of them are good enough. The guys really aren't doing anything wrong. The problem is none of them are Lawrence. Issa is just, ma'am, you are broken and you need to be at home healing. You need, really honestly, you need to be on a therapist's couch with Molly. Molly, bless Molly and her perfect bob. Ma'am said, let me get my hair together and let me get my mind together. Molly has gone to see a therapist and it's a good first step. She's not discussing the one thing that she really needs to discuss with the therapist. And later she complains to Issa, yeah, the therapist is like all in my business. Well, ma'am, that's what you pay her for. But at least you're going. That's a first step, and perhaps you'll have a breakthrough along the way. Baby steps. You were taking baby steps, and ma'am, I applaud them. Molly is actually really serious about getting better. She has said, I see some problems in my life, and I am going to take some different actions in hopes of getting a different result. They're on their hike. Issa tries to point out a gorgeous man, and Molly is like, wait, where? Like, I don't even see him. Issa's like, girl, you got like super repellent. That's a good thing for Molly. Issa's in that phase where she's trying to lie to herself about what she wants. She tells Molly that she just wants her and Lawrence to be cool. Lies. What you want is to be in a relationship with Lawrence, and he's not speaking to you. It's not a full no, but it's a far cry from a yes too. Molly, she meant well when she gave Issa this line. She had no idea Issa was going to take it and run with it, but she tells Issa that guys always want you back when you're doing better. Issa gets a jury summons for Lawrence in the mail, which means he has to come pick up his mail, which he's been BSing on. Issa gets this bright idea to have a little set at the house. It's a +1 party. She will invite Lawrence by during this time to pick up some mail, and he will show up while the party's in full swing, and he will see what a wonderful, fabulous life that she's having without him, and he'll want access back to her life. It's not the worst plan. It's not the best plan either. Lawrence, his backstroke been went viral. He's still knocking down bank teller lady. She's a really sweet girl. She got a banging body. She's available. She's friendly. She's happy. She always is building Lawrence up. And yet and still he shows no interest in her because like Issa, he's not over that situation. I mean, they were together for 4 years and it ended with his girl cheating on him. I completely understand where he is mentally, but much like Issa, I wish he would just sit himself down somewhere, particularly on a therapist's couch since he's now employed and should have some benefits, because trying to hoe it away, which a lot of dudes do and a lot of women do too, cranes in the sky. I tried to drink it away. I tried to shop it away. I tried to sleep it away. I tried to travel it away. Wherever you go, there you are. You cannot fix emotional problems with physical acts. One thing that really bothers me right now about Lawrence is he's a boy. And I keep seeing people online making all these excuses for his behavior, like, oh, he's hurting and he's this and he's that. But what he's really doing is being fully aware that the women he's dealing with have emotions for him, and he's exploiting the gray area of those relationships. Now, is it intentional? Yeah. He's not in a place to commit, so he gives just enough to keep folks on the line. The same thing he does with Tasha is the same thing he does with Issa. He's consistent. People keep calling him a good guy. He's not. He wasn't even before Issa cheated on him. And people are like, oh, Issa turned him into this. No, before Issa cheated, he was the dude that messed up her birthday. Remember his boy, the light-skinned dude who Lawrence is crashing on an air mattress in his living room? He called Lawrence on his BS last year. Like, something happened between Issa and Lawrence, and the dude was like, oh, I thought she said you didn't give a about her. And he was like, no, I said I messed up her birthday. And the dude was like, same difference. I love this dude. He calls a thing a thing. And he doesn't do it like Iyanla, where he's telling you because he wants you to like note your dysfunction and do better. He's just breaking it down for you because there's no need to bullshit. You got this cute woman out here, the bank teller lady. You got her in a cycle. Like you do her on Friday and you come back Sunday. You don't deal with her during the week. You don't take her out. You don't spend no time with her. Like, oh, peep game. Lawrence is a cutie. But let's be real clear about who he is. He's an emotionally broken man who's sleeping on the air mattress in his boy's house. Tasha He's totally taking her for granted. You leave the house, she's like, I don't know if I'll be here. And he's like, you'll be here. Did you see her body? Did you see the way she throws it back? Did you see her nipple rings and her little cute face and sweet personality? Like, she's a dope chick. She could do a lot better than Lawrence. Let's not act like because he has a degree and a decent job, like that automatically makes him a prize, because it does not. A broken man is nobody's prize. I don't care how much money he makes. Over on the work front, things pretty much suck for both Issa and Molly. Issa's doing a new program. Her white colleagues are not connecting. One of them complains that they told some woman to learn English. It's not that simple. Just like learning Spanish is not that simple. Otherwise, you would have learned it. And Molly, she gets the wrong paycheck. Somebody really screwed up on the mail system. She finds out that her white male colleague, who was hired at the same time as her, is making way more money than her. There's a really ritzy company party for a woman who's going away, and Molly slides over to the dude and she's like, oh, did you ask for a raise? She's trying to figure out how he makes so much more money than her. And he's like, nope, I didn't. So she points out the problem to him, like, hey, well, you know, you're making way more than me. And he was like, well, why don't you just ask? And Molly fires back at him and she was like, yeah, it's not that simple. You know, women in the workplace. Dude isn't lying. If you don't ask, you definitely won't get. That's guaranteed. At the house, it's the day of the party, and Issa is going through many shenanigans, imagining how she's going to act or dress or present herself when Lawrence appears. The gag is she throws the party. Every time the doorbell rings, she's looking and nervous in the whole 9 yards, and Lawrence hits her with a text that he's not coming. She gets all upset after she sees the text, and she goes outside. Molly notices and goes out after her because that's what besties do. The drunk friend comes out. She invites some neighborhood dudes into the party. Things get a little too turned up. There's blood walking, which I didn't know. I knew about Crip walking, I think, because I saw it in Snoop videos. I had no idea there was blood walking. I was very intrigued. Lots of footwork. Black people love a dance with some footwork. We really do. But the party gets out of control. The trash can catches on fire. Everybody runs out the house. My first thought, thank God I'm not in my 20s anymore. Lawrence took Bank Bay on a date, finally, after his boy called him on his She asked him, like, you know, what's going on with you getting your stuff out your old apartment? He can't give her a straight answer. He just sort of says he doesn't have enough time to go get it. When you want your stuff, you find time. It's that you don't want to deal with that situation, which I get, but you have unfinished business, sir, and you need to finish it before you start dealing with other people in any capacity, because this girl has expectations of you, and you know that because you see the way she looks at you. You see the way she responds to you. Lawrence kind of changes the subject by asking her if she wants to go in on some shrimp. And there was a debate on my Instagram page about whether he meant go in as in split a plate of shrimp or go in as in split the payment for the plate of shrimp. That there's a debate about what Lawrence meant on that. Says a lot about how people really think of Lawrence. Lawrence decides to pop up at Issa's house. He could have called before he came. He could have texted. But this is the way of black TV shows. Do they do this on white shows? Do people not call or text on white shows either? I really just want someone to say, hey, I'm on my way. That would be helpful and respectful. The night before, she had makeup, she had outfit, she had a plan, she had lines. She's in her non-good drawers and no makeup. He says he's there for his mail. Then he says he left some stuff in the bathroom. Then he comes out the bathroom and he starts talking about the pillows. It's awkward. No surprise. He's on his way out, and then he grabs Issa and they start kissing, and then they have sex, but he gives her like 1-100, 2-100, 30-100, and done. He gave her the half-minute man. At best, it was a revenge, and at worst, it was a hate. It was, I hate you, and I'm doing this to satisfy my ego. I'm trying to it away. Cranes in the sky. It was sad. He gives you the best 30 seconds he's got. No condom involved. So I hope Issa is on the pill. Issa sits on the couch confused. And I think she thinks there's a conversation coming because Lawrence has been avoiding having one with her. He comes out the bathroom. He says he's rolling out. He kisses her on the cheek like she's granny and then dips. And I was like appalled. She cheated on you? And that was dead wrong, and you're hurt, just be gone. Be grown and be gone. You weren't being treated well. You feel you deserve better treatment than what she gave you. Okay, then just go. But that's my look at it. Issa sits on the couch and smirks because somehow she saw hope in the hate I saw people in the comments trying to justify Lawrence's behavior. Like, oh, he missed her. Like, he didn't know how to express it, blah, blah, blah. Maybe he did miss her. But if that's how he felt, then he should have said it. You're not responsible for what Issa did, but you are responsible for how you react. And I say that as somebody who was Team Lawrence, but all of this that he's doing now, all of this like reacting to her and playing in the gray area of women's emotions and not having conversations with himself, not sitting still, not communicating, being intentionally vague so he can just keep getting what he wants out of situations without ever having to give anything or be accountable or responsible. Not cool, my dude. Not cool. It's a boy through and through. Grow up. So that is my recap of Insecure. I will probably not see you next week because I will be traveling. Unlike Lawrence, I'm keeping you informed. I'm communicating. I'm letting you know what's good. If you subscribe, you'll get notifications as soon as I put something up. Just go on and click the little subscribe. Is it here? Is it there? Is it here? Wherever it is. In the meantime,